Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 8 of your Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. In today's episode, we have a lot of big decisions to make, as right now we're kind of in the middle of a 500 team, and our captain Jonathan Toews has stepped up to us and told us that we might need to have a change on this team, either coaching or we do some kind of a trade. And right now, I don't know. We're so tight on a lot of things, and salary cap is of course one of them, as we don't got very much money. But overall, everything is kind of just being poor. Our PK is poor. Everything is not playing up to what we expected it to be. So we're going to be making some changes, not in the coaching staff. I think lineup changes we could possibly be making. Maybe some of our coaching staff. Maybe we could get rid of Hoffman, a guy who's been kind of a detail, which we don't have a specialty guy in the PK, so that might be someone to look at. But Drew, he's honestly a very good coach. He's one of our better coaches. He relates to a lot of the players. He's a good coach for us for one reason why, is because he gives us some boosts in some areas of the team, and he's good offensively. And Hoffman, he's not too bad. He's a good power play guy. He can make the defense really good. But I think Palmanville is kind of our one decrease on the team. And I think we're going to just fire him, and we're going to go and hire somebody new for a new assistant coach, because that's something that we need to honestly look at. Someone that can be very good on the PK. Someone that, there we go, Damian Bailey. That's all we need, is someone that can just be a solid PK guy for us. We'll sign him to $600. We'll offer Damian Bailey a contract. He will be part of the new coaching staff. So Jalou, I don't see us firing him, because he had a really good year with us last year, like a really good year. It's just this year we're not able to win games. So we're gonna change up a lot of shit. So the PK, we're gonna be changing up a bit. We need to give some more offense on that second unit. So DeBrincat, I think moving Nylander down will help us out a bit. Have Kirby Dach there, Ryan Strome, Chris Kreider. We're going to have, I think, Kane there. We're going to have Toews go down. We'll have Chris Kreider play there. And then we could have Toews, Strome, Nylander. We're going to switch those to Kirby Dach there as well. And then Chris Kreider with Kane. Chris Kreider can play up here because he's more of that fret net presence. So you could play with Dylan Strome there. And then Duncan Keith. We could have Adam Boqvist, I think, play up with these guys. I think that will be the better case for them. And then Dak and Keith. Strome, Toews, Kane. We're going to have DeBrincat instead. That's the way that we're going to go. And then Toews there, Nylander. And we will have Perlini, so we could have another goal scorer on this line. And see if we could get Perlini to generate some goals. And then Adam Boqvist, he could go up on that first unit. The PK now, we got Toews and Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider's not the best defensively, which we are slowly starting to notice. Rasmus Anderson's been pretty solid. Dak and Strome, Strome's pretty weak, so we could change him up. I think, how was DeBrincat? He's not too bad, but we need somebody else to kind of help us on that PK. So DeBrincat, Toews, Dak, we'll keep him there. Toews, we'll have DeBrincat, because we need somebody to at least start killing off some penalties for us and keep it consistent, right? That's what we're going to want. Sami Vatanen, I think, fits perfectly. I think almost better than Seabrook, I think. So we'll have Seabrook go down there. Anderson goes up and plays with Keith. Gustafson there. And then we'll put Vatanen here. There we go. So that looks all good to go. I think we're all ready to start off the year for your Chicago, or the ending of the year for your Chicago Blackhawks. So hopefully we can start generating some more wins for the team. We hired a new assistant coach, so hopefully that helps out with the coaching staff. And if not, we'll fire Jalou maybe midway through the season, have like a scenario change. But it's really about these next couple games to see if we're going to be able to win some hockey games, right? That's going to be the real big case here right now, is that we need to start winning some big time games, and we need to bring home some W's. So Dylan Sikora is back in the lineup. He's 76. We'll just leave Carpenter, because right now that line's pretty even. Do we need to throw in any AHLers is the question, because I always forget to check that fact. Entwistle, no. Nordgren, no. Buden's already in there. Yeah, no one's needing to be put in there. We could fucking upgrade Buden up there a bit. And okay, I guess that's just the way that the bottom line's going to be. So we've got 2 in a row wins there. Damian Bailey accepts his offer, so he's going to be kind of on the subside. You broke your promise. As much as I changed my mind, I don't think we need to fire the coach anymore. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try and make it work. As much as I wanted there, no suitable replacements. Disagree. I'm just gonna have to disagree with Jonathan Toews right now because honestly, I did feel that fact that we're right now in a good position because Jalou's giving us wins, and if we could keep kind of generating some more wins together, I feel like we could definitely make a huge playoff push. And see, this is why I didn't fire the coach, because we just ended that month off pretty greatly. Like, we won the first 3 games of the month, we lost in shootout. Won 2 games, lost in a shootout. We only had one regular season or one regulation loss. So that puts us in a playoff spot. That's perfect. That's the way that we wanted it to be. I mean, what can you do with shitty goaltending and fucking fixed parts of a team, right? So we're playing pretty damn good right now. I gotta say so myself. The team is playing like a team right now. Jalou is really stepping up as a coach. We changed a little bit of things up, and now we're starting to win some games. So hopefully we can continue that marchiness of getting some wins. So Carpenter's out of lineup, so Carroll will go right on in there. And Lynn Handy is fired 16, 10, and 5. And the W's just keep on pouring in for the Chicago Blackhawks. That's what I'm talking about, boys. We're really starting to pour into the wins. We struggled a lot at the start of the year, and Jalou was on the hot seat by a lot of the players. For example, Mr. Jonathan Toews had him on the hot seat, but we have turned the year around. How well is the second line doing? Is the big question. How well is Mikkel Boedker doing? Because you got to remember, we are stuck with this guy for the next 3 years on a no movement clause. If I'm right about that, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I am right on Mikkel Boedker. But Mikkel Boedker, he's actually stepping up big time this year. He's having a pretty good season. 10 goals, 12 assists, 22 points. Jonathan Toews as well is having a very good season for himself. In 35 games, he's almost a point per game. So just like last year. And Alexander Nylander, how well is he doing for his first year officially in the NHL? 25 points for this man. He's a real big workhorse for the team. And of course, Patty Kane. He's just gonna have another great year. We really need to make a Stanley Cup push in one of these years. And I think a goaltender is going to be one that we're going to be looking at this offseason as a starting goaltender for the team. Because I feel like we could definitely play really good hockey if we had that good starting goaltender. Yeah, here it is. So we got Sami Vatanen. Yeah, almost everyone's locked up on a no movement clause. Kane, Toews, Seabrook, Keith, Vatanen, and Boedker all locked up on no movement clauses. So majority of the team is. At least we do have some youngsters that we don't have to worry about. But so we got to January. How well is the team looking? Kane, of course, 50 points on the year. My big question is like goaltending. How well is the goaltending doing here in Chicago? Since we're rotating time between Halak and Greiss. Greiss, I gotta say, they're really taking it up. Greiss is really running with it. At 903, he's really running with it, and that's what we wanted him to do. We really wanted him to run with the team this year, and same with Halak, and they're both sharing the job pretty good. Greiss is really taking most of those starts, but you gotta remember that I accidentally forgot to turn on auto rotates on because I had that off because, you know, at the start of the season we were doing a rotation between Robin Lehner and Corey Crawford, so we had to pick one of the goaltenders for the playoffs, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. But look at the wins that we're getting though with some injuries and Toews and Vatanen, and now we're winning as a team, and Greiss is playing good hockey now, and Boqvist is out of the lineup too. Oh, this is not good. We're starting to get some injuries in for the Chicago Blackhawks. Toews is out with an injury. And you also have now Boqvist and some of the other big defenders are out with injuries. So this is going to be a little bit of a rougher patch here for the Chicago Blackhawks right now. Missing some big key players on the team. I don't know why the fuck Keith is there, but Kane there. We'll throw Nylander in. Boom, bada bing. But how well is that? Oh, yeah. See, this is why we signed Strome and DeBrincat for a long time right now. Because you don't have to worry about DeBrincat and these two guys for 6-7 years. You have them locked up. You don't have to worry about paying them big bucks because you know they're going to want those big bucks later on because they're playing some of the best hockey they've ever played in their lives right now. Mostly because of course, Kane. But they're the two future players of the Chicago Blackhawks right now, right after the mans of... Yeah, those fucking hit best players. The mans of Patrick Kane, once he retires from the Chicago Blackhawks, he's going to be a big link of the team missing. So how well is Boedker? Oh man, he hasn't gotten a single fucking point since Toews has left. That's rough. Vatanen back in with Gustafsson, probably one of the best parents on the team. Same with Rasmus Anderson and Seabrook. I've been loving Anderson because we wanted to make this team a bit younger, and we really did this year. We really did do a big dent of making the team younger because that was a big goal, right? You had Kirby Dach jump in the lineup this year and some other younger players, right? Boedker's pretty young. He's only 31. You really wanted to make this team. I wanted to make this team as young as I could because I didn't want this team to stay old as fuck. Like, I wanted to make this team as young as I possibly could. And Boedker, he was a surprise to have on the team this year. Honestly, there's been a lot of players that I've been surprised about that have jumped in the team. So I've been really happy with just the results of the way that shit has turned out to be. But we are getting really hit by the injury bug right now hard. They're hammering us with the injuries right now. Missing big-time players in Keith, Toews. But we're still winning games with the players that we've been missing. So I got to say that is very impressive as a team that we keep winning games. And we're staying in that W column as Kirby Dach is back in the lineup. How well is Kirby Dach doing in his first official year in the NHL? Is he? Yeah, he's not doing too bad. 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points in his first year. I mean, the third line hasn't been fantastic with Perlini. I mean, see, Perlini, I've been really having high hopes for this kid to do something for us, but yet he hasn't. He hasn't really stepped up. Kirby Dach has stepped up. Same with Chris Kreider. He's been a big player for us, but Perlini, he's a defensive fucking decrease on the team. He's not very good on the third line. Even when he was on the second line, he was still playing like shit. He just does not produce at all, which sucks because I would like to see him produce at least a little bit, but he's not. We're pouring in the wins right now. We're top of the division with 2 backup goaltenders being our starting goaltenders in Greiss and Lack. Absolutely crazy right now for the Chicago Blackhawks. And it's an impressive year for the team. After a lot of people doubting us from last year if we were going to be able to back it up with a whole new team, and we really have. We really have came back, and we really have stepped up with the way that this team has been. Even cap-strapped, we still made a really good team, and I think there's still going to be a lot of improvements for this upcoming playoffs. Like I said, this is a team that's young, but we're also going to try to make smart moves. We're going to try to push all in. We need a starting goaltender, and that's the thing that I want to go and look at. There's some big trades going on right now, so let's start making our own big moves. So that's one thing that I want to look at. Patrick Kane, oh my god, 46 goals. He's having a wonderful year this year, 82 points. Let's take a look at the forwards here. So Patrick Kane, DeBrincat, Strom, these are why we locked these mans up, because we knew these guys would be fucking beasts. The second line, Nylander, Boedker, these guys have been having some decreases since Toews has been out for the past couple of months, but still playing well. Chris Kreider, Kirby Dach playing great this year as well. Perlini not doing too bad as a third liner. Strom up there with a couple points. Shakira not doing too bad with his time that he's been given. Defensively, Keith, look at the points that these guys get. I mean, they really do pour on the offense. Boedker, his first official year in the NHL, has been doing pretty solid. Goaltending wise, Thomas Greiss 21-11, Halak 15-5. Really, they're doing a good job swapping in and out. That's the thing that I've been liking, is that we have 2 choices, but we do need to make a big move, and that is trying to pick up. Oh, look at that! Alexander Nylander leading all rookies in points right now. That is impressive. Even Alexis Lafreniere is there, and he's not leading the league in points. So that is very, very impressive. And Kane leading the league in points and in goals. What a year for Patrick Kane. He's just absolutely pouring it on. So we need to give this some supporting cast. And what do we have to really trade away? Because goaltending-wise, we got Greiss. Like we said, we were going to pick up Matt Murray, but honestly, we did make a comeback with these 2 guys anyways in our net. Now, yeah, there's Matt Murray. I think he didn't get... Did he get signed? No. He got picked off by some other team. Okay. I don't know where he went, but there's going to be a lot of choices here. So let's take a look at each individual team, see if any team is going to want to trade away a goaltender that we could pick up. That could be a starting one, and that has some value to be a starting goaltender for a long time on a team. So you got Kuduman, no. Matt Murray. There we go. There's the big man. 5.9. We were thinking of picking him up a while ago, but he's in the fucking AHL. Wow. Why did you guys sign him? That makes no sense for you guys to sign Matt Murray. It's just that you guys have money and you guys are being dicks, which they were being big time dicks. But that gives us an ultimate opportunity to go and pick up Matt Murray and give us a starting goaltender to go off of for a long time, for the next 2 years at least. right, this year, and then next year we get a full-time starting goaltender on a $5.9 million contract. I think that's going to be the big deal for us right now, is Matt Murray coming to our team. So we have 5.9. You guys need a backup goaltender. Yeah, you guys need a backup goaltender. So Thomas Greiss we're going to keep because of how well he's been playing. So that gives us enough salary cap to get Matt Murray. Now, who are we going to trade? Rookie skaters. We're going to trade one rookie skater. Not Dak, not Levinov, not Koch. Buden might be a guy that we trade away. Because of the fact that we're already kind of strung up on Gustafsson and stuff like that, Buden is just kind of like that guy that's there. We really don't need him. We also combine some picks here for you guys. We will give you the Vegas and then probably a third of next year. We will also pick up some picks for this year, like a fourth and a fifth for this. So we got Halak, Buden, a first and a third for Matt Murray, a fourth and a fifth. Will that go through? Yes, it does. The Florida Panthers have picked up a starting goaltender for the first time, which is amazing. That's what we wanted. And there we go. There's the big man, Matt Murray, 26 years of age. He's going to be the starting goaltender for a long time to come here for the Chicago Blackhawks, which is perfect. We got a goaltender on the team now, a starting goaltender, a man who can actually lead us to the Stanley Cup final. So we really have set ourselves up now. And I don't think we're going to be able to afford anybody else unless we trade away Perlini. But, I mean, Perlini, how much fucking shit does he have? Fucking 2 mil, 1.75. Yeah, we don't got very much money to go out there and get another player on the team. So we're going to leave the team the way that it is. Matt Murray is going to be the new starting goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, we can't afford anybody else. We're stuck with Matt Murray now. And that's good. That's what I wanted. Matt Murray is going to be our starting goaltender. So hopefully he could bounce back because he looked like he's been playing pretty rough in the AHL. So let's see how well Matt Murray can do leading this team to a Stanley Cup this year. And also to the playoffs, because we're almost guaranteed a playoff spot unless we lose every game here until now. But we're first place in the division, so let's not lose any momentum here on out. We made that big deal. We finally got Matt Murray, which was what we've been talking about. Of course, the Florida Panthers had to be dicks and lost a lot of picks. I think they only lost like a first and a second. They practically just got it back with a big deal that they just acquired Nicholas Buden and shit like that. So Dylan Sikora, he's injured. Jesus Christ, man. When are we going to Toews back, man? I would like to see Toews back in my lineup, but he's not. It's kind of concerning me. Oh, Dak would fucking play. Yeah, let's play Dak. Dak there. Give him that fucking +5 boost, man. I would love this. Oh, and then Boedker out with an injury. Injuries after injuries for the boys, but we're still pouring in the W's. Look at that. 7-1 victory against the Toronto Maple Leafs. What an embarrassment, man. Holy shit. Walked into that town and just ripped them to shreds. Jesus. Boedker, get back in there, buddy. Nylander ripping shit up once again this year. I'm happy that Nylander has actually turned into a very, very good player for the Chicago Blackhawks, because he was one player that we were thinking of trading for a goaltender. We ended up not even doing that. We ended up playing him on the second line, which is perfect. I think he's fucking expiring this year too. I'm pretty sure his contract, which is gonna suck that we're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with his ass this upcoming off season. So I'm hoping fucking Brent Seabrook just waives his no movement clause so we can at least buy out the contract or even just get rid of it or some way or another. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that shit out because it's confusing right now with my man's Brent Seabrook. And we can't waive it until trade deadline because we already tried to waive it a while ago. So it's taking a while for that man's to fucking just get out of here. And he wants to win a cup again with this team, it looks like, because he had belief in this team doing good. And, man, we're fucking doing hella good. 45, 21, and 9. What a year for the team. And just injuries after injuries. We seem to just keep pouring in on those injuries. Jonathan Toews has still not returned in the lineup, which is kind of a concern because I don't know why he has not returned. How long did he get, or what did he fucking get injured by? Because he's missed like half the fucking season. Like, he missed the entire fucking season this year, and we're still... There we go. No, we're going to wait. We're going to wait until the playoffs, because I don't want him to get injured again or anything. So we're going to wait until the playoffs to get started. We have clinched our spot. We have 50 wins on the year. This is fucking... Yeah, this is the olden days Chicago Blackhawks right here. Oh, my God, bro. Patrick Kane. We won the President's Trophy this year, from what it said. 100... Oh, my God. Look at this line, bro. Kane 114 points. DeBrincat 110. And then you have fucking this man's Dylan Strome with 100 points on the year. Fuck the second line. Fuck depth, man. We have this line. And it was because, like, you honestly take a look at it. Boedker fucking, oh my god, what the fuck? It's like once Toews left, it was really all up to that first line to really carry the load. Like, you really didn't have that good supporting cast. And, I mean, Toews was really that guy that was really carrying that second line. Really was. He was the man carrying that second line. And once he was gone, it kind of just fell apart. Keith and Boedker kind of struggled near the end of the year. But Anderson, Seabrook, Gustafsson, Vatanen played really good. And Matt Murray, in his 16 games that he played, was an absolute man. And 10-3 and a .920 save percentage. He was just a fucking god for the Chicago Blackhawks this year, which is good. That's what we need. We need a good goaltender. And I think we found that good goaltender for the team to have for a couple years. And Kane, he won the Art Ross this year and the Maurice Rocket Richard. So what a year for Patrick Kane. What a year for the Chicago Blackhawks. It's just like a regular season year. Right? Like, depth-wise, we were shit. And somehow, some way, the fucking team just really just plays good defensively. Not just that, we played good without Jonathan Toews, who was an absolute madman with Boedker and Nylander, right? They were really getting carried by Toews. Once Toews left, it was kind of just out of there. It was done. It was donezo, dude. Anyways, so that is it for the end of this video. We are going to be seeing who we'll be facing in the first round of the playoffs, which I think will be the St. Louis Blues. So we're going to be facing the Blues in the first round, which we have an illustrious... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, guys, for doing that. Fucking EA menu's moving slow as fuck. I accidentally pressed the button again, so we're already up 1-0 in the fucking series. Sorry, guys, for that. But we are facing the St. Louis Blues, which I gotta say, they are a fucking loaded team, but we just kicked their ass in the first game. So, Steen, Ryan O'Reilly, Tarasenko, we got Mikkel Granlund, Brayden Schenn, and David Perron. They fucking got Robbie Fabio, Ivan Barbashev. This is going to be an offensively deadly first line. Sami Vatanen, Tyler Bosak, and then Oscar Sudquist. Very nice depth. And then defensively, this is where they turn to shit. Vince Dunn, Colton Parayko, Bertuzzo, Bielmeister, Coulette, and Kulikov. Yeah, their lines are just absolutely fucking atrocious. And then Jordan Binnington, their starting goaltender. So there is your Chicago Blackhawks, the first round against the St. Louis Blues, as we accidentally already simmed the game, but that is okay, because hopefully we're going to be able to kick some ass in the first round and hopefully make it farther than the second round than what we did last year. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.